Hey everybody, welcome to the Guitar Workshop. We're going to look at one of our first exercises. We're going to tune our guitar, and then we'll take a look at our first song. So the first thing I'm going to do is just tune my guitar. You need to have a tuner to play guitar. You need to tune every time you pick up your guitar. Don't tell me you tuned at home or you tuned 3 days ago. It's out of tune when it comes to class. You need to tune before you come in my room, okay? So we have 6 strings. We have the first string, the second string, the third string, the fourth string, the fifth string, and the sixth string. So the first one is E, and I'm going to come up to my high E. You got to follow your strings. You got to pay attention to where they're at. And I'm just going to tune this until it says right on E. So if it's underneath it or below it, it's flat. If it's above it, it's sharp. You're welcome to try to tune by ear with me, but you might want to get used to using your own tuner instead as well. So E is good. That's my B. Third one is G. The fourth one is D. The fifth one is A. See how delicate it is? I'm going very slow. If you're just twisting, you're gonna mess it up. You have to go very slow with this. So I'm striking and I'm listening. If I don't like it, I make an adjustment and I strike again. Last one is E. So the first string is also E. But the first string is smaller than the sixth string. So a 1 string or a 1-year-old is smaller than a 6-year-old or a 6 string, right? Now, starting from the 6th string, we can remember them by this little acronym. You're welcome to make your own, but here's one I know. Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, bye, Eddie. And see, sometimes you gotta go back and fix your tuning, right? All right, that sounds good to me. And I'm going to turn off my extra guitar right here so we get rid of that little loopy sound. All right, so we tuned. Let's take a look at our very first guitar exercise. Ooh, it's loud. All right, so we got a lot of information on this page. But these will be your first steps and something you have to do every day of the Guitar Workshop, okay? You won't be able to play songs until you have the muscles and the control and the finger to play the song, right? This is how we develop that. This is an essential workout, simple beginner exercise. It's crucial to do it correctly. You cannot skip this if you're serious about playing guitar. It's supposed to be hard. It's going to hurt your fingers. That's part of guitar, okay? If that makes you give up, I'm sorry, but you're not ready yet, okay? So let's start with just looking at what we have up here. In our left hand, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, pinky being 4 and pointer being 1. Sometimes the fretboard will be vertical. This is like the guitar looking right at me. We're looking at this little section of the guitar right here. And you can see the low string is a little darker than the high string. And then these horizontal bars can represent the frets. Now, we're not going to use these diagrams in this page, but whenever you play songs, you'll see chords put on these diagrams, so you will run into these. Right here are my 2 different picking types. So I have a down pick and an up pick. So a down pick would be I push down. So I'm loading the string and then I'm pushing down, not that. I'm just pushing down. An up pick is the opposite. I go under the string and I pull up. Sorry for the clipping. To get good at guitar, though, you need a mixture of both. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So before you even start that exercise, just do this. Just pick one string and do that. Down, up, down, up, down, up. You shouldn't hear any other strings. You can try the A string. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Look how little my hand is moving, right? Just enough to make the pick move. So that's most of those essentials. Here we see the guitar as if it's looking right at us, like horizontally like this. So I have my little E, my high string, my first string right here, and I have my low E, or my bottom string, down there. And these are the 6 strings of the guitar. This is tab. This is a shortcut to reading. So we can read very effectively and efficiently just by looking at this. The notes are provided for context, but we're going to be focusing on the tab for this exercise, okay? So each string can have numbers on them, and these numbers represent what fret to use. So if I'm doing this first measure, I would play a low E string, and I would go 0, which is no frets, and then I'd go fret 1, then I'd go fret 2, and then fret 3, and then fret 4, if I got to the next measure. I'm using all of my hand. You have to use all 4 fingers when you do this. And if you notice, I was also doing down, up, down, up. So it's easy to remember that. The legs facing down right here are down strokes, and then the little V facing up, these little pointers right here, are up strokes, okay? So down, up, down, up. There's not much to this, but it's going to be difficult for a beginner, okay? You need to spend time with this. Only once we get over here do we see some finger numbers. This is just to remind you that, hey, even though we're on these upper frets, I still want you to use fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Actually, only 1, 2, and 3 right there. So I'm going to try this first line. And this is the lesson portion of it. There'll be a play along where you just practice with the audio and do it, okay? So I'll go real slow. Down, up, down, up, down. And that brought me to this number 4 right there. Since I'm out of frets on that string, it's time to go to the A string and use that open A, or that 0 right there. A string, up, down, up. Okay, got to the number 4 there. Looks like I'm at the D string now. I'm going to start with a downstroke. Down, up, down, up, down. That brings me to right here. So now I'm on the G string, and that brings us to the next measure. I'll scroll down a little bit. Picking up on the 0 right here. Up, down, up, down. Oh, I don't need a number 4 this time. I'm going to go right to the B, this number 3 right here. Right after this, I'm going to go right to the B string. Up, down, up, down, up. Bringing me to the E string. Down, up, down, up, down. Notice how each note sounds clear, right? You don't want that kind of sound. You want a clear tone. Hands aren't moving very much, but they're very focused and very forceful when they are on the fret, right? Pushing down hard. And that's why the hand hurts. Your fingers have never done this. You're basically squeezing metal wires all day when you play guitar, and it's going to give you calluses, and you're going to get a really strong left hand. So moving on to this little portion, it looks like I have to start climbing the fretboard just up to number 7, and that's when these finger numbers kick into gear. So after I use my pinky here, I need to slide over and put my index finger back on this one. And that might look something like this. I'll take it from this 0 right here, and you'll just see my hand slide up, okay? So open E, up, down, up, down. And now that I'm on my pinky, I'm going to move my index finger up very quickly, and now I'm on fret 5. Up, down, up. Now that's the top of the exercise. We're going to turn this back around, And I'm just going to go through the rest of it because you have a whole video to play along with this one. And I'm going to start. This is what it would really look like once you get the hang of it. Down, up, 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 down, up. Oh, I missed that one. I did a downstroke. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So when are you done with this kind of exercise? Not for a long time. Not until it sounds something like this. That's when you'd be done with that exercise. So this will last you a couple years probably. This will be a good warm-up until you learn more advanced techniques. This is a fine warm-up to start with, and it's very efficient. You have to say the down up. If you're just skipping that part, you're missing an entire point of the right hand. It's to train the upstroke. Think of a light switch. You push it down and you push it up. You don't just push it down all the time. So we have to go through that. So that's how you get through the first steps on the fret. Let's take a look at the first song. And then you can move on to the play along videos once you've practiced that a little bit. So here's just some basics for the tab, right? This is just a little intro to the tab. So like maybe try to play these and find them on the fretboard. We have fret 3, string 5. Well, that's going to give me this C right here. And then I have fret 0, or we just call this open, fret 0 on the 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be an open G. And then I have fret 0 or open on the E string, or the 1st string. That's way down here. And then I have fret 5 on the G string. And if you do it right, you'll get a little doorbell kind of sound. I'm sorry. And if you feel like your guitar is out of tune, I feel like mine kind of went out a little bit, just come back to your tuner. Let's see, I think that G went out. Yep. That string is notorious for giving me trouble. All right, we're back. So yeah, never be afraid to pull out the tuner and check. Think about it. Would people want to listen to you play guitar in tune or out of tune? Here's just some basics. If you're brand new to music, we have a whole note, and that's worth 4 beats. So you'd hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes are half of that, so that would be 2 beats. Half of 4 is 2. 1, 2. Quarter is half of a half, right? 25 cents. There's 4 quarters in $1, so each one of these represents 1 beat. So if I did 2 quarters, I'd have 1, 2, basically striking every time I count. And then for the smaller notes, this is like 2 of these makes a quarter note, right? So 2 of these would make 1 quarter. And 2 of these 16th notes would make 1 eighth note. And an eighth note's just like a quarter, except it has a little flag on the top of it. So to count the eighth notes, you have to play 2 things per beat, right? So we go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and like that. And then for the 16s, we can fit 4 of them per beat. So we see 3 E and a 4 E and a, right? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And if I do that measure 4 altogether, this whole thing, I get something like this. It's a mixture of eighth notes and 16th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a. I recommend you sit there and do that until that sounds like mine before you attempt the first song, okay? Make sure you have a smooth picking pattern. So for the first song itself, we're right here, and I might have to slow this tempo down. We'll see. We shall see. It's easy for the piano players. We'll see how the guitar players do. We have two sections. We have this first section here with an easy mode and then a more developed chord mode right here. And then we have a second section with the same approach, an easy mode and then a more developed mode right there. This sign right here is a repeat. This just brings us back to the top of the page. So when you bump into these dots, you go look for the other ones earlier in the song, and that'll bring you back to the top, which means you play the song twice, once and then the second time through the repeat. So we're going to be focusing on the tab, right? And this first section, you can see I highlighted the rhythms for us, right? We have 1, 2, and 3, 4. You have to strike it on the end, okay? 1, 2, and 3, 4. This is just a tie. You're just going to hold that down, okay? So you're just hitting this one and this one. And if you notice, they're both zeros, so you don't need any frets yet for that. I do want you to keep your hand up here, though. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Do not move on until you can do that correctly. 1, 2, and 3, 4. The next one involves the first string and the third string, and we're going to use this second fret for this next one right here. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So when I mix those together, I get this nice little melody. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 So you should try to get that line finished first. And then here we're going to start playing two notes at once. And this is no different than the piano players. They do the same thing. They have one note in their right hand, one note in their left hand. You may find it harder though, so I'm okay with slowing down the tempo a little bit for this one. So this would be the measure to look out for. This one has the most frets involved. So just pay attention to that one. Let me scroll down a little bit. You must count, okay? It's an essential skill. You have to feel those beats passing by. So now I'm going to grab this 1 and then switch to these 2 zeros right here. And this will sound a little nicer now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 So I'm using 3 different fingers, right? And it's kind of easy in this first position. Finger 1 is on fret 1. Finger 2 is on fret 2. And finger 3 is on fret 3. So that line all together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 If you hear something ringing out, just touch it. It'll stop ringing. And this is going to be a challenge, okay? This is going to take some time. You cannot just give up and cry because it's hard. You're going to have to work on it. I'm telling you, guitar is hard. That's the whole point, though, is to learn how to do something that's challenging, right? So that's that first little section. We have the easy version and then the chord version. And then down here we have the same thing, except we're taking a different melody now. So we're going to start climbing up from the bottom notes. So these high strings have higher pitches, and these low strings have lower pitches. So same rhythm. We're just counting that rhythm the whole time. And I'm going to start on this measure 13 right here. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 You should be counting while you play, okay? Until you get the feel for it. So once again, we got 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 So once you feel comfortable with that second phrase of the song, you can come down here and try the final one. And remember, the goal is to put it together and be able to play it, right? So practice it in chunks and then play it as a performance. Here we're going to add that ring finger, middle finger, and then some zeros. Zeros are good. That means you get a chance to recalibrate. Look out for this jump right here. This is going to be a big jump. Let's try this measure 17 line now. Let me scroll down a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. So you can get away with just using 2 fingers on that if you move quick enough, or you can also use the ring finger for the 3. I'll try that again. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you think about it, you already have the middle right here, right, on that 2. So it makes sense to leave it there and use the ring finger for this, okay? You can watch this video as much as you want, but you're only going to get it by picking up the guitar and actually trying it, okay? You have to push through the pain, push through the frustration, and you'll get music to come out at the end. So that's 20 minutes. That's a long video, but we covered everything you need to do in the first week. After you've practiced with me and you've worked on it by yourself diligently and with a lot of effort, come back and try the play along, and we'll see how that goes in class next week. And I will throw you a bone, and I will slow that tempo down. I think that's a little too fast for the first day, so we'll slow that down. And I'll see you in the next week in the next videos. Good luck practicing.